If you are able, please stand for the Canadian National Anthem. Oh,
Okay, so you can talk about yourself and about this time, what is it all about, and how you have come to.
Yes, this sign is about the carbon tax and the fact that it's been the biggest ripoff in Canadian history to the people, stealing from the people. And CARVON, the spelling says it all. Why it stole from the people. They never saved anybody or the trees or nothing. It just went to the pockets of the insiders, the WEF.
Are you a long-time conservative supporter? Are you a long-time conservative supporter?
Yes. I never voted in the last election for O'Toole, but this time I'm going to vote for a real Prime Minister, Pierre Poilievre. He's the real Prime Minister.
So what's your take? Like the polls are suggesting something else. Like the polls are suggesting something else. Like it's.
I don't believe the polls. I don't believe the polls, not one bit.
No, you talking about the polls. I got it. I both got the same text. I told it out. I hit liberals. So I got a liberal. Okay. Thank you for whatever. How many vaccines have you?
Exactly.
And he's like, this.
Yeah.
Switch the way.
Yeah.
So
I don't believe the polls. No way.
No.
I believe in this crowd and the people that are here today that came out in this bad weather to show their support for a true leader of this country, Pierre Poilievre. That's what I believe in.
Have you met with him?
Get crowded in here. I have never met Mr. Pierre. Hopefully I'll get to see him tonight. But I've watched all his rallies. I followed him on YouTube. I even voted for him when he went for the leadership. I believe he is the man that can change this country.
So you want your. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're more than welcome. There you go.
Thank you.
I want to say thank you so much for coming here tonight. It's great to see so many people here to send a strong message. It's time to put Canada first. Pierre Poilievre is the only one who can bring change to Canada. So, just a few housekeeping notes before we kick things off. People are always asking, how can we help Pierre put Canada first? Well, it's really easy. First thing is, you can volunteer. Ask a member of our team in the room how you can get involved, or go to conservative.ca volunteer to sign up. We can only stop our party's Liberals from winning a fourth term with all of your help. Secondly, Share all of Pierre Poilievre's posts online. It also helps to leave positive comments and help spread our message. It's time to go Canada first. And finally, we have a number of common sense conservative candidates here running in the election, and you can vote for your home candidate at any election Canada returning office across the country. And all you have to do is write the name of your local candidate in the ballot box. So we've got a number of volunteers who have the link to find your conservative candidate. Just click on it, find your office and candidate, and vote. And if anyone in this incredible crowd shares a post or picture saying you have voted or plan to vote for your strong conservative candidate, just think of the impact a crowd this size can have on all of your friends and neighbors. So, in just a few minutes, we'll be back to introduce our special guest. And let's bring it home!
Oh yeah, probably.
I have an important question for you. After this lost liberal decade, where costs have gone up, and crime has gone up, and our economy has gone down, putting us under the thumb of the Americans, do these liberals deserve a fourth term? Absolutely not. I have another question for you. Is it time to put Canada first for a change? Is it time for a new conservative government?
Okay, sounds good.
I will ask taxes, build homes, unleash our resources, stop crime, and bring home our jobs so that we can stand up to Trump from a position of strength. And the person to deliver that change is Pierre. Pierre Poilievre is the only person who can bring change to Canada. If you're to tell me more about the privilege and honor to introduce to you today Anna Poilievre. I'm going to tell you a little bit about her first before she comes up. Anna is an entrepreneur. She is a staunch advocate against human trafficking, and she is a proud supporter of women's empowerment. Born in Venezuela and raised in Montreal, Anna moved to Canada and then to Ottawa moved to Ottawa in 2006. There she met Pierre in 2012, and the two were married in 2017. An active member of the conservative movement, she is the driving force behind the Conservative Party merch. And she is Pierre Poilievre's #1 super fan. In 2024, she launched Their Stories Matter, an online platform dedicated to raising the voices of victims of human trafficking. Anna is committed to supporting women and elevating it through her online magazine, Bringing the Smart Vote, and the Lead Her Forward initiative, which aims to pay forward by inspiring, connecting, and elevating women. What she will tell you that her most important role of all is as a supportive wife and proud mama to Valentina and Cruz Poilievre. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm, Easter welcome to Anna Poilievre.
Each our hands, our shades, brothers on her outside. She wear high heels fine. She looks sexy and true. She likes so strong to go on life. Yeah, love, she'll love. We can travel the world.
Who's ready to bring it home? Who's ready to vote for change? You guys show up and vote, all of you. Well, Canada, here we are, in a crucial time where we must decide whether we're going to elect for a fourth time a liberal government. This same liberal team has weakened our economy, lack of unaffordable housing, rising crime, and vulnerable in the face of the threats of Donald Trump, or are we going to elect a conservative government who's going to put Canada first for a change? That's a bet. My husband began this journey 3 years ago, a little over 3 years ago, when he decided to run for the leader of the Conservative Party of Canada. Ever since, he has been traveling from coast to coast to coast, so that he can step away from the Ottawa bubble with Canadians, be on the ground, and to listen to Canadians Correct. Because what we need is the government and the leader of the people by the people. Leadership is not born in the boardroom of the elite. Leadership is not born from fancy titles and degrees. Leadership is born from the love of our country, true patriotism, our true growth, strong and free. And yes, my husband has dedicated most of his adult life for this. He has been right here at home, fighting for our youth, our families, our seniors, for all of us, and that is something honorable. So when Mr. Carney looks down on my husband's career path and tells me that he doesn't know how the world works, I'll tell you what. He knows how Canada works and how to make it work for all of us. Not the tax dodgers. Now, I truly love all of my husband's policies. But to really understand the why and why we're doing this, you have to understand and to know the net behind these policies and the family. My husband was born from a teenage mother in Calgary who gave him up for adoption to 2 school teachers. His parents worked really hard. They were from Saskatchewan. His mother was a substitute teacher, and they lived paycheck to paycheck. Later on in life, earning and Dawn lost everything due to skyrocketing interest. Pierre was taught that nothing was handed out to you, that you truly have to work hard for everything, and that's been his career path. My family immigrated here to Canada in 1995. I was born in Caracas, Venezuela, and I was 8 years old when we came here. We immigrated in the east end of Montreal, and it was 6 of us in a small basement apartment. My father's first job was to collect fruits and vegetables, because that's all he could do. He didn't speak the language. Later on, he had 3 minimum wage jobs at once, so that he can help feed our family. By the time that I was 17, I had moved out of home and become 100% financially independent. When I turned 19 and packed up my suitcase, by myself, left Montreal, moved to Ottawa, took a student loan. I didn't know anyone in Ottawa, and I didn't speak English back then. I took a student loan and put myself to university on the same time that I had to work full-time so that I could pay for rent and food. When I turned 25, working in the Senate at this point and graduated, I had saved enough money to put a down payment on a little 2-bedroom townhouse in the east end of Ottawa. I had saved $25,000 and bought a little townhouse for $230,000, a little 2-bedroom. That, ladies and gentlemen, that was in 2012, 3 years before the Liberal government took office. And that was a Canadian promise. If you work hard, you can get ahead, you can make it in this country. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's what the Poilievre stand for. That's what we are fighting for, to restore the Canadian promise. So it is my pleasure to stand by my husband's side in this fight and with all of you. So, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, my husband, the next Prime Minister of Canada.
It's something to about. something hidden about. There's something our generation didn't have to go. We break down the walls and break out all the walls. Yeah, we fight for what's right. We're wild and we're free from the mountains of gold. Yeah, all you can see is more than just a place. We're free to go. It's there's something brand new about. Yeah, you leave and you'll miss, then come back and kiss. You'll travel the distance, we're so proud of it. We fight for what's right, go out in the streets on the mountains of gold. And all you can see is more than just a place. We're free.
Patriotic local roster of candidates who are fighting for this community and all of our country and ready to bring a change across the land. We've got Matt Strauss, Connie Cody, Doug Ringer, here's your camera, Steve Waterloo, and Leanne Rowe. How many people are here? For a change. Why is everybody here? We need a change for Canada. You have to see Canada jersey on. That's a very good reason to be here. And we need to change now more than ever. Here in this incredible entrepreneurial community, one of the most inventive, innovative, entrepreneurial places anywhere on planet Earth. Over with the farmers, the engineers, the tradespeople. This is one of the greatest entrepreneurial and technological centers anywhere in the world. With people like you, we can reverse the lost liberal decade and make Canada the richest country on earth for a change. Well, it has been 10 years. This is not. Everything costs more. We had the worst inflation in 4 decades. And it's back on the rise again. Housing costs have more than doubled. In fact, you can actually buy a castle in Scotland or Sweden for lower than the cost of a house in Kitchener. That's a true story. Homes have gone up 50% faster in Canada than the US. and they cost 50% more, despite the fact that Americans have more land, have less land, more people, and more money. Somehow they pay significantly less for their homes. Canada has the second slowest building permits in the world. Shopping are incredible entrepreneurs and workers for building things. The economy has been shrinking for 10 long years, well before the tariffs ever struck. In fact, we've had the worst economic growth under Liberal of any G7 country. $500 billion has left our country and headed south. Shootings, gang killings, overdose deaths, and overtake our once safe communities. And now, with all the rising costs of crime and the economy falling under America's thumb, these liberals think they deserve a fourth term in power. That's the choice. Either we're going to have a fourth term of liberals, or we will vote for a change to elect a new conservative government to axe taxes, build homes. Et en mettant le Canada d'abord pour faire changement. C'est ça le choix. People of Kitchener Waterloo in one part. They put in long hours. They put their shoulder at the wheel. They sacrifice to raise their kids. They scrimp and save, cut their budget daily, try to find a way to pay their bills. Connie, Cody, especially many of these people who have been in English have been trying to see if there's anything telling stories of how the stress they and their families are just trying to make ends meet. It's time we put those people first for example. It's time we became a culture rewarded hard work. Hard work. It punishes work. It's fine to be paid for the crime of working hard. Income tax. The more you work, the more you pay. I don't understand. We have this kid who's crying in the park on his dad's shoulder. He just asked his dad, what is the income tax for? And Dad says it's the same as your report card, except the opposite. The harder you work, the worse you do. And right now, Canadians spend more on taxes, federal taxes, than they do on food, clothing, and shelter. The average family tax bill has gone up to $10,000 in 10 years. This after they promised they would cut middle class taxes. We know we can never count on liberals to tell the truth. They never met a tax they wouldn't like. We as conservatives believe in something different. We believe that a dollar left in the hands of the person who earned it is how much more productive than in the hands of the politician or bureaucrat. And that's why I'm announcing that a Canada First Conservative government will cut income tax by 15% so your hard work. Big money. 20%.
25!
25. That's what we're going to get for this
What about MP's parents?
I only promise the things I can do. That's the truth. You're all to it. I will be helped to it, and we'll get it done. We did it before. We'll do it again. And love you too. Thank you very much.
Will you end MP's parents?
And I also love for our workers. I want to encourage Canadians to buy Canadian-made automobiles. That's why our government will remove the GST from Canadian-made cars and trucks. And then there's the carbon tax. Now, the Liberals want you to forget all about the carbon tax. They brought it in place for 7 years. They charged it to you. They told you that the whole planet would walk in flames if you didn't pay more to fill up your minivan. They literally said anybody who was against the carbon tax was an arsonist. These were their words. And then Mark Carney, he did have one disagreement. He said that the carbon tax Trudeau put in was not high enough. And then 28 days before the election, they hid it from the gas pump in the hope that you would forget about it for long enough to give them the fourth term so that they could put the tax back in place higher than ever before, and this time with a rebate. What's worse is Mr. Carney is also promising to increase the carbon tax on Canadian industry. This is one area where he and Trump share something in common. Both of them want to tax Canadian industries, Trump with tariffs, Carney with carbon taxes. I want neither. And that is why I will put Canada first for a change, and I will axe the tax for everyone, for everything, for good, for real. We will axe a lot of taxes. Here in this community, we have a lot of high-tech companies, and many of them have struggled to stay in this country. The Liberals give these handouts to foreign multinationals to develop IP, intellectual property inventions. As soon as those things become profitable, those companies take the money out of Canada. A high income tax often drives our young graduates from Waterloo to leave our country to the States. So we get all the costs and the Americans get all the benefit. Meanwhile, we have very high taxes on investment. So somebody takes the risk, they mortgage their house, try to start up a risky high-tech company that will create a breakthrough for our economy. And what happens? They get punished for it with high capital gains tax. Many try to avoid paying the tax by just holding on to an old, sleepy asset rather than selling it to invest in something newer and better and more exciting for our economy. This is the login effect, and it holds back our tech sector in Kitchener-Waterloo. We lost $500 billion of net investment in the United States in the lost Liberal decade. I want to bring it back home, and that's why I've announced the Canada First Reinvestment Tax Cut. Zero capital gains if you reinvest all of the money you have. This will be like economic project fuel, propelling our economy forward, encouraging people to invest in home building, new technologies, factories, assembly lines, conveyor belts, CNC machines, heavy equipment, the stuff that it's, the machines, the tools and technology that it takes to generate high-paying jobs for our people. We want to bring that investment back home, and we want to favor Canadian investment. You know, today we learned that Mark Carney's company is stashing its cash in the Cayman Islands. We already knew about Bermuda. Now there's a second place. And so, while he advised Trudeau to raise taxes on all of you, as Trudeau's economic advisor, he was stashing his corporate cash out of reach from Canadians. A conservative government will put you and our country first. We will crack down on offshore tax havens to force everyone to pay their fair share. Mr. Carney's liberal law works for the elites. They get rich by making you poor. They get less, and if you pay more. No wonder housing has become so unaffordable. You know, it's housing costs are literally double under the Liberals. Double the rent, double the needed down payment, double the mortgage payment required to own the average home. Housing costs have increased faster in Canada than in any other G7 country. Toronto, well, it's the entire Liberal gang, It's the same Liberal MPs, same Liberal ministers, same Liberal strategists, making the same Liberal promises. They're all and now, after doubling housing costs, our party is doubling down on the same promises Trudeau made on housing, building fantastical new bureaucracies in Ottawa that they claim are going to magically build government-run housing factories that will then provide you with a government home that you can be a tenant in. We don't want that. We want Canadians to have a dream of home ownership. What's standing in the way? Why is housing so much more expensive here in Canada, given that we have so much land to build on? The answer is government. A third of the cost of every new home today in Ontario is direct taxes. Roughly another third is indirect government costs, delays, permitting, zoning, consultants, lawyers, lobbyists, and countless other expenses that all get passed on to the home buyer. So, my plan is to tax taxes, cut red tape, and build homes. And that means starting by axing the federal sales tax on new homes to save you up to $65,000. But we're not stopping there. We know that municipal taxes are very high. The government has been rewarding municipalities who jack up these taxes and block homes from being built. I will do precisely the opposite. I will require municipalities to speed up permits, free up land, and cut development charges as a condition of getting federal infrastructure. That's the step. They don't permit 15% more home building per year, then I will be rolling back their federal money. The bureaucrats will let you get paid the way home builders and real estate agents get paid per home. Right? So that will incentivize them to speed up. But I'll also offer a carrot. And here's my commitment to all the municipalities. For every dollar you cut in building taxes, I will reimburse 50 cents from the federal government with the goal of bringing down the total tax burden on each new home by $100,000. So the choice of the next election, after rising costs for food and homes, is whether the Liberals deserve a fourth term or whether it's time for a change to elect a new Conservative government that will axe taxes, build homes, and deliver an affordable life for all of you. That's the choice. The great Bob Stanfield said we have to stop stopping and start starting in this country. That's what we have to do, not just with housing, but with our resources. We have the third biggest supply of oil, the first biggest supply of uranium, biggest supply of potash, the biggest oceanic coastline in all of the world. We have the fifth biggest supply of lithium. We have so many resources that we should easily be the richest people in the world, but we're just going to leave it in the ground. Our party actually said 80% of our oil will have to stay in the ground. And it was about 669. The no long means it now takes 17 years to get a mine approved. That's the second slowest in the OECD. It's 3 times as long as it is in the US and in the UK. Meanwhile, they blocked 2 major pipelines, and not a single one of the 18 proposed natural gas liquefaction plants has actually been completed. The only one that's close was approved by the earlier Conservative government. That is why our wealth is leaving And that is why we are now so hopelessly dependent on the Americans. We have to give them all our resources and often at massive discounts. It's time for a change, my friends. That is why we will pass the Bring Home Our Jobs plan. Here's how it will work. We will repeal the No Development Law C-69 and replace it with I think it's because the liberal energy policy is so bad we have more of that history. We're surviving in the generator. So, anyway, the point is, did someone take an app or something? We didn't push this. There we go. There we go. Well, listen, the reality is that we have the ability to repeal this law, to approve major projects within 6 months, so that we can have, by the way, I could be granting a permit to unlock the Ring of Fire right here in Ontario. We're also approved natural gas liquefaction plants to liquefy gas, ship it overseas instead of getting it from the Americans for a third of the overseas price. We'll sell it to the Asians, sell it to the Europeans, break the world's dependency on dirty dictators and turn dollars for dictators in the people. Then the production cap. It's actually a copy. We want to copy now of oil and gas Canada can produce while allowing the Americans to produce as much as they want. Once again, handicapping our own economy and putting our people in a disadvantage. I will get rid of the production cap and I will replace it with something better. It's called the shovel-ready zones. These will be areas where we will draw a big circle around territories that are appropriate for nuclear plants, pipelines, mines, LNG plants, data centers, factories, and we will give the permits out before anyone even applies for them. So businesses can show up, get to work, get building with the fastest building permit in the world. We're to cut the federal red tape, the number of rules imposed by the federal government on our small businesses by 25%. And we'll impose a rule that says that every time the government brings in a new rule, they have to get rid of 2 existing ones. So over time, the red tape will melt away, and we will only have the regulations we truly need to protect our environment and our public safety. But we need to bring home these jobs. But if we have these jobs in Canada, we need people who know how to do them. And right now, we're putting everything, all of our eggs in the university and white-collar basket. I've been nothing wrong with the university. I love my time there. Dennis has been great in front, and I encourage everyone who wants to go. But we have to give equal support to the trades. The other papers here, I love it when I see these guys going straight for work. This guy, look at him, straight for work. Hey, I love it. It's good. What do you think, sir? Truck driver, get up with the truck driver. If you got it, a truck will run it, right? That's how it works. Okay, what do we got over here? He's got a hard hat over there. He's a home builder. Well, what trade are you? You can't be out. I know you will like. Are you? You're a framer. Okay, that's hard. And I was going to frame. That's down pretty quick. What else do we got over here? She's an aluminum. You're an aluminum woofer. All right, you're Who we got this time? Heavy machinery operator at this gentleman here. And who's sir? All right, heavy machinery and Florian's round wall. Get in the room for and with our employers on 350,000 training places to get our young people into apprenticeships. We're going to bring back the $4,000 apprenticeship grant. And we're going to bring tax fairness. Our traveling trades workers can only write off $4,000 when they travel across the country. Some of them do 20 or 30 of these same trips every single year. And they can't write off more than $4,000. Meanwhile, the CEOs can write off the full cost of their private jets. This is not fair. That's why we're going to pass the Tax Fairness for Traveling Trades Workers Act, allowing you to write off the full cost of your food, transportation, accommodation. A big, beautiful gift to every high school principal. They're going to show up at work one day, and there's going to be a box the size of this stage. And when they open the box, they're going to find a module for every licensed trade so that they can get their teenage students started learning a trade well before they even get their high school diploma. And so the choice of this election is after the lost liberal decade of driving jobs away and resources, keeping them in the ground, whether we should give the Liberals a fourth term or whether it's time for a change to train up our youth, to get our resources to market and bring all our jobs.
Yeah.
You know when we facing the camera, you're not supposed to open that letter. No, you know you're not supposed to
So
open
you
that
need to
letter.
mention there.
Excuse me?
You need to write there that is allowed is not.
I'm
Okay.
gonna
What?
have you come with me, please.
For what?
I'm gonna have you come with me.
So are you doing me?
I'm gonna have you just come with me, please.
Hey, Poilievre, is it free speech?
Oh, please.
Oh, Poilievre.
Let's go, please.
Hello, sir. I'm being removed from your rally. Hello, Poilievre. I'm being removed from your rally. Is this free speech? Where the hell is your free speech? Where the hell is your free speech, Poilievre? Where the hell is your free speech?
Thank you very much for understanding.
Where is the hell free speech? So I've been kicked out. So I have been just kicked out from Pierre Poilievre's speech, who said that Canada will be the most freest country on earth. When you cannot let people in Israeli, so what the hell we expect from this guy who just kicked me out? Thank you. For what? No, I'm not supporting any parties. I was just here. I'm a journalist, so I was just here to cover in the rally. I don't have anything for anybody. No politician ever came about anyone. Do you know? You don't know.